What's going on, y'all? It's Nick Sanchez, your car guy, and we are back at it again with another quick review. But before getting into the video, shout out to Roger Beasley here in South Austin for giving me a chance to use the vehicle. If you are in the market for a vehicle and live in the Austin area, feel free to check out our website, mazdasouth.com, or you can check the link in the description below. Now today, we have a 2020 Honda Civic Si. All right, let me go ahead and read a little bit of the specs here. So it's going to get 26 city, 36 highway. Horsepower is at 205 at 5,700 RPMs. The engine is going to be a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder turbo, 0 to 60 in 6.9 seconds. And overall, and my favorite feature, the 6-speed manual transmission. All right, so with that said, let's go ahead and get into the walk around and go from here. All right, folks, so we're going to start with the walk around from the rear. So let's go ahead and check it out. Looks like beautiful 18-inch wheels. Got Goodyear tires on there, beautiful crystal black pearl, and gonna have a sunroof. Let's go ahead and peep the front right here. Aggressive styling, I like it. You got the Honda SI badging right here in the front. It looks like you got a vent on the hood there that looks functional. That's gonna lead cooler air to the radiator there. Got fog lights, and let's go ahead and head back around the other side. And then last but not least, we got this spoiler SI badge in the back, and then let's check out the exhaust on this Honda right here. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out the trunk area. We do have the backup camera visible right there. And then here's the back. You do have the seats that do fold down forward with these levers right here to push down the seats. You got your carpeting. Let's go ahead and see what kind of things we got underneath here. So it looks like we got an air pump and then kind of some little slots for additional things. And it looks like you could potentially get a spare in here, but this just has the inflator there. So overall, pretty good sized cargo area. I think this would be an ideal daily driver. Get your groceries in and out, and even some larger things, just the way the cutout of this trunk is. All right, here's the engine, 1.5 liter 4-cylinder turbo. Let's go ahead and see what goodies this thing has here. We got some engine technology right there. Overall, pretty straightforward. No glitz, no glamour, no fancy engine covers. Just good old Honda technology right here. Once again, the specs, 205 horsepower at 5,700 RPMs, 0 to 60 in 6.9 seconds. So I think this is going to be an awesome little daily driver that you can have fun on the weekends with. And overall, pretty simple setup, no frills, but I dig it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the cabin. Before we do so, we do have the touch keyless entry there, and then of course the notification for your key fob. There it is. In the event you have the key in your pocket and you're walking out. Left hand side, you do have your controllers to your locks, unlocks. Don't pay attention to my coffee cup. The trunk release right there. We got some nice fabric stitching right here on the sides. Let's go ahead and take a peek into the back seat. Nothing too crazy. It's just a Honda Civic Si, so it's not meant to be luxurious. But on the driver's side, we do have the SI badging on the seat, as well as the passenger side. Let's go ahead and pan around down below. We just do have regular pumps for the adjustments of the seats. Bottom left, you do have the pedals, your trunk release. Up above, you do have safety features. So you got your, looks like maybe smart city, or what do you call it? Smart brake support, lane keep assist, skid control, and of course, it looks like you do have some additional features. Looks like some kind of blind spot device or rear camera device. Let's hop into the driver's seat. Now we're in the cockpit. Let's go ahead and go over some of the all right, so this button, when you press it, that side camera that's mounted on your passenger side shows. That's what that was. So on the steering wheel, we do have your Bluetooth controllers right here. Looks like you have your safety features here, smart city, the smart cruise control, lane keep assist possibly. I got to mess with these features here. Not too up to speed on the modern Honda technology here. You do have controllers mounted for the center right there, as well as volume. So that's going to be your controllers for the radio, different info buttons. So you got your servicing, music, communication, miles per hour. Looks like a gear right there for the turbo. What's that? Let's check it out. Oh, okay, so it just gives you a little bit more stats. And we're just winging it right now. PSI, that's pretty cool. And yeah, so it does look like it has some other features that you can get in tuned. G-forces, I'm guessing, yeah. Timer. So yeah, pretty nifty if you want to take this thing out on the weekend, take it on the track or something, kind of get your best speed, maybe get some tuner parts if you're more of an enthusiast, and see how you overall improve. Left hand side, we do have the coolant, and then on the right hand side you do have your fuel, and of course the center you got your odometer, as well as the RPM gauge. Now this is the center setup for the Civic. You got your vents right there, infotainment center, nice and pretty right here. You do have your dimmer right here, home screen, and then pretty much your traditional buttons, audio, phone, back. This thing does have Bluetooth, so that's nice. Honda Link as well. Down in the center, your ACT controllers with heated seats on both the driver and passenger side. Down below, you do have a small cubby hole with these little notches for like a phone wire. So I looked down below, and guess what? You got your USB connection down there, as well as another cubby hole here. So if you'd like, you can connect your phone and then keep the phone in the cubby hole right there, or you can run a wire and have the phone accessible down here to the center. Here we have our 6-speed manual. There we go. Your 6-speed manual, transmission, brake hold, electronic parking brake, and of course sport mode. That toggles down there in the center. Let me zoom in here for you. Sport off, sport on. Pretty straightforward. I prefer to leave the sport on at all times, but that's just me. Up above, you do have your moonroof with the traditional functions for that, as well as the dome lights. All right. Down here in the center, it's a little peculiar. You do have your cup holders here. There's a latch that's like pretty deep inside that you have to reach, and I'm kind of, there we go. As you can see right here, in order to access that, you do have a little cubby hole here for some coins or something. Now this is interesting. You do have this little latch. You click it, and then this thing even goes deeper. Damn. Additional cup holder, more stuff for storage, an additional port. So I do like it. It gives you plenty of options here. And then pretty much the same way, you got to push this in. I'm struggling with one hand, but that's it in a nutshell. Passenger side, let's see, noteworthy things down below on the other side. You do have another charging port down here. Glove box, nothing too crazy. It's a glove box. So that's pretty much it for the overall cabin here. Let's go ahead and take a peek into the back. All right, y'all, now I'm going to hop into this back seat. So let me go ahead and do that now here for you. For the most part, looks like I should fit comfortably. There's the beeping because I left the premises. All right, let's go ahead and hop into the back. Oh, I'm bashing my head on the side of the door, man. Okay, with the seat all the way forward, oh, I fit. I got plenty of space here. I can lounge around. Let me attempt to bring the seat back. Just to, if I can reach it. Yeah, there we go. Just see how I feel. So that's about halfway. I feel like I got plenty of space back here for the most part. Let me bring the seat all the way back forward, or all the way to the back, and see how it feels. Okay, so this isn't too bad. I mean, I got plenty of head space for myself. Maybe if you're like 6 foot, you'd be pretty close to touching that top, but for myself, I'm average height, so I got plenty of space back here. Yeah, can't complain. So I think this would make a great daily driver. I mean, maybe if you have kids or teens, full-size adults might be a struggle, but overall, I'm pretty impressed with the sizing. So let's go ahead, and with that said, let's pan to the driving portion of this video. And all right, so let's go ahead and get into the driving portion of this video. Make sure my mic is not rubbing the seat belt. And we are heading out. Overall, I'm always a fan of Honda. Been always a fan of the VTEC, and always wanted to own an SI myself. never had the opportunity, but I think later down the road I will. All right, clutch feels nice. This muffler sounds real good, man. I really like it. So what I'm gonna do is take it around the dealership, hit on the feeder road, make sure my camera doesn't fly around, which it's already trying to do. Yeah, this feels good, man. Overall, first of all, let's talk about the looks of the vehicle. I think it looks awesome, pretty sporty. I'm not too much of a fan of the higher spoiler. Some people like it, some don't. I'm more of a casual, subtle dude, so I like my spoilers to be, you know, not too flashy, but I can't complain. It isn't crazy. It isn't a crazy wing or anything like that. I do like the black. The crystal black pearl's nice. But for Texas, I'd probably prefer a different color. The seats feel good. I mean, they're cloth material. They're comfortable enough for a daily driver. For an extended test drive, or rather for an extended road trip, I'm not sure how they would do, but I can't complain. I'm not even paying attention to the video. Okay, can't complain. I'm too much enjoying the drive not to get hit. But yeah, man, this feels good. Maybe if you update these with some Recaro seats, that'd be even better, especially for the track or something like that. The cabin, I mean, overall, at the end of the day, it's a Honda. It's not an Acura, so it's not going to have the modern luxury features. I do enjoy the updated safety features, though. That's something that's always good to have, especially with the lane keep assist, blind spot, as well as the backup camera, so I can't complain there. But yeah, this feels good, man. So right now I'm at a stop. I'm going to head on the feeder road to try to accelerate here a little bit and see how that feels. This 1.5 liter 4-cylinder turbo. Oh yeah, this loves to rev. Damn. Okay, so right now I'm going about 50 miles an hour, nothing too crazy. Just trying to stick to the speed limit, but of course, South Austin traffic. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. This feels good, man. 205 horsepower, which isn't, you know, a crazy amount of horsepower, but for the size of the vehicle, man, this thing picks up. Okay, I'm gonna come to a turn. But overall, for the cabin, the back seat as well, the back seat has plenty of space, especially probably if you have some kiddos or something. And then the trunk, oh, don't fly. There we go. The trunk, pretty spacious as well, so that kind of convinces me even more to try to get one of these. Just the sheer amount of space. You go to the grocery store, you run some errands, you know, you're trying to throw a couple of cases of bottled water back there, or maybe go to the Home Depot, throw some soil or some goods back there. But yeah, so we're just coming down to an end. And I must say, I'm pretty impressed with this Civic. And then another great thing about this, I'm just downshifting a little bit here. 26 city, I'm trying to read the specs here for you. 36 highway, so you can't complain on the fuel. Oh yeah, this is a ton of fun, man. I really like this vehicle. So what we're gonna do now is head back around, loop back around to the dealership, and I'm gonna go ahead and give my final thoughts. Yeesh. We are back. Okay, so this 2020 Honda Civic Si, I make sure I have my handbrake on, which I don't. There we go, electronic parking brake. That's one thing I probably do miss, the good old-fashioned handbrake. The electronic parking brakes, they're great, but there's nothing reminiscent of that old. But this 2020 Honda Civic Si with the 6-speed manual transmission, I was overall impressed with it. The fuel mileage, the power, the size for what you get. At the cost of maybe the fabric and the interior isn't using the most luxurious things, but it is a sporty little coupe right here, so what'd you expect? Overall, I do enjoy this vehicle, and if you're somebody who's looking at getting one of these, I just do recommend looking for the one in the best condition possible. Check your Carfax, of course, and check the engine bay. Make sure there's not a ton of aftermarket mods. That way you know what you're messing with prior to purchase. But overall, enjoy the vehicle. Can't recommend it enough. And shout out again to Roger Beasley Mazda South here in South Austin. If you are in the market for a vehicle, check the description below. If you enjoyed this video, can't talk today. give it a like, hit the sub button, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.